couple agencies that also spoke about how his comments were terrible. They also just made it worse for those who are dealing with HIV and the stigma around that.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
You had a couple other pieces, though, that I want to get to really quickly. I'm not going to have just a whole lot of time, but let's start off with the stuff about Ainsworth. You know, Ainsworth has been spreading a lot of this stuff. There's been a lot of different kind of rumors spread about Haitian workers and immigrants in various communities. And in Alabama, one of the claims has been that there is a soaring HIV rate in areas with high rates of Haitian immigration. And you and others at AL.com have looked into that. What's the veracity of this claim?
Obviously, it's false. And, you know, we've asked Ainsworth to offer evidence of his claims, and we have yet to hear a response from him or his camp yet. So, yeah, I mean, you know, he posted a letter sent to Secretary Mayorkas just about, you know, the Cuba, Haiti, Nicaraguan, Venezuelan parole program. And so, you know, this has become a topic that has dominated, you know, those in the right-wing sphere as they push this migrant issue. And so, yeah, he put that letter out. And so we looked into, you know, the claims that he made just about HIV, because obviously there's a history associated with claiming that,
right,
specifically those coming from, you know, other countries are carrying diseases with them, and these like racist kind of attitudes that come along with that. And so we looked at the data. There was no indication that there was any increase from 2019 to now that was out of the ordinary. And there were a couple agencies that also spoke about how his comments were terrible. They also just made it worse for those who are dealing with HIV and the stigma around that. So,
right,
yeah, his comments were.
Yeah, so not true is the is the verdict here.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
And that's like just a kind of crazy thing to just say without evidence. Like, why would you? I don't understand. I don't understand the impulse to do that. But, you know, I'm not a politician, I guess. Maybe that's why I'm not a politician. I don't have the idea to just lie, to just make up stuff. Maybe that's why I'm not a politician. You've had some other reporting about Medicaid expansion. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. So Thomasville, Regional Medical Center closed like a few weeks ago. And so got this email just about from the American Cancer Society Action Network. And I reached out to Jane Addams just to talk to her about, you know, what she's been seeing and what she thinks about the whole Medicaid situation and the rural hospital crisis that we're having in the state. And she just bluntly told me that, you know, Governor Ivey, she can sign Medicaid expansion into law with one stroke of her pen. You know, she's out of the 10 states that are still left that haven't expanded Medicaid in the country. She's the only one that doesn't have to get legislative approval to do that. So when we hear these discussions about the legislature hasn't, you know, passed Medicaid expansion, well, actually, Ivy could just, you know, take executive action herself and just do that. But it's funny because, so I talked to Miss Adams first. And so she said in that, because I posed a question to her, that I assume that Ivy will say that, you know, she's still worried about the long-term costs. And so that's where, for those who read the article, you see the quote where she's like, well, that's a lie. You know, it's just an excuse, everything. And so I'd already contacted Ivy's campaign, and by the time that I got off the phone with Miss Adams, I got the response from Ivy's campaign about, you know, saying exactly that she's still worried about the long-term costs. And so, you know, to me, that's just a little interesting that sort of anticipated her response. But yeah, so that's what I did with that, you know, just spoke to some advocates. Oh, Alabama Rise as well. Shout out to Adam. They also had a few statements about the issue facing Alabama rural hospitals as well, and calling on Ivy to sign Medicaid expansion into law. And so we've also seen Caroline Dobson, she's running in Congressional District 2, and Republicans, well, I don't want to say some, at least the Speaker of the House, they've indicated that they are open to a public-private partnership to expand Medicaid. And so I think as this crisis continues, there's going to be some more less partisan politics being played, and, not going along with the same line of like just being opposed to Medicaid. There seems to be a different attitude around the expansion. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops, especially going to the legislative session.
Patrick Darrington, reporter for AL.com. Appreciate you taking the time to talk to us this morning.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.